Kabuki is a traditional Japanese art form, hundreds of years old. But it's the first time it's ever been performed like this. The number of performers are limited, all wear masks from nose to chest, and stick to social distancing rules on stage. Tokyo's Kabuki Theatre has opened for the first time in 5 months with strict guidelines, as the capital reported a record rise in coronavirus cases for the 3rd consecutive day. As Tokyo's governor considered ordering a new state of emergency, the theatre is at risk of closing once more.
If there are any requests from the Japanese or Tokyo government, we need to respond appropriately and think of a way to adapt the performance. Depending on the situation, this may unfortunately include having to stop partway through the run.
The southern island of Okinawa has declared a COVID-19 state of emergency. Some Japanese suspect US personnel based on the island of importing the disease.
There's concern that perhaps the reason why it's hitting that island particularly strongly is because U.S. forces, particularly U.S. Marines, have been able to come in and out of Japan without going through immigration controls, and until very recently without any COVID-19 tests under the status of forces agreement.
A record 71 daily infections were reported in Okinawa on Friday, and hospitals are being overwhelmed. The majority of cases are US troops.
In order for us to put every effort into combating the coronavirus, Okinawa will issue a state of emergency.
But the commander of US forces says it has nothing to do with their bases.
There's been absolutely no connection that has been proven to show that there's been any spread from the clusters on the bases to the local community.
There are many elements that make Japan vulnerable to the virus. The government launched a travel campaign last week to revive the tourism industry. That prompted the World Health Organization to call the campaign ill-timed, with fears the government was choosing business over health. COVID-19 is also a disease that primarily kills elderly people. Japan has the world's oldest population. Back in Tokyo, the Kabuki Theatre staff are doing what they can to ensure safety. With elaborate costumes and makeup, as well as a plot based on warm-hearted drama, many see the dancers as a chance to forget, at least for a while, about the worrying surge in cases outside. Burdon-Manley, Al Jazeera.